Coming up on this episode.
Why do these people do it? God.
Oh God, he's gone right in with the BDSM. She says shit gift and bastard during birth combo.
Oh, it's a double whammy, Lou.
Be warned, it's LuAnna, and this podcast contains honest, upfront opinions, rants, bants, and general explicit content. But you know you love it.
Certainly do.
If you don't talk along to that, you've not been listening for long enough. Go back to all our old episodes and listen to that disclaimer.
There she is.
1,000 times over.
There she is.
I wonder how many episodes we've done. Because you used to write it and now you don't.
Yeah, because I missed them and then I got out of the
Confused.
habit. I could tell you.
Go on.
I just have to find it.
All right,
I'm going to guess. I'm going to go 613.
Okay, let's do a competition. I am going to guess.
Of just LuAnna, not the pod that shan't be named.
Oh, because we did do that for tea.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't know.
When we did our 500, was that just LuAnna? Or was that the pod that shan't be named too?
I think that might have been just LuAnna.
Then let's go on those
So you're
statistics.
613.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to go 632.
563.
You win.
Since
Overestimated that one,
Yeah.
didn't you, Lulu?
2020.
Feels like we're always in here.
Oh, I mean, it feels like we've never
Shy.
not
Anyway,
been here.
listen, this isn't about us. This episode is called LuAnna Totally Extra, and it's all about you.
Certainly
Our
is.
gorgeous LuFannians. You're always bringing us all the extra shite that we need in our lives.
Oh.
The laughs, the chats, the confessions,
The rants,
the
bants.
stories. Shall we muff hunt in?
Let's do it, Lou.
We've got a voice note from Jojo up first. Jojo, Siwa.
Hello, ladies. Long-term listener Jojo here from Berkshire. I just had
Hi,
to send
Jojo.
you a voice message after listening to the 26th of May with Louisa shitting herself, and it seemed to be a lot of toilet talk on this episode. It was hilarious.
Sorry
I was
about
actually at the salon getting my wedding nails done as I'm getting married on Friday.
I'm getting
Talking
married
about
in
toilets and people
August.
shitting in your house and pissing in your house, Lou, I totally get you. My little boy had his birthday party at home last year and I booked a Port-a-loo for everybody to use.
Yeah.
And I did the same last weekend when my other half had his stag do at home.
Oh, for sure.
I just didn't want all those blokes pissing in my bathroom. So I
Don't
totally
blame
get
you.
you. And going forward, I will be getting a Port-a-loo for all events
Davlav.
at my house. Yes.
Dove love,
Keep my
that's
loo
what I
for
used to-
myself. Love you girls. Keep the good work up. You really light up our lives. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Oh, thanks, Jojo.
Just realised I haven't actually seen the decorators since that rant. They've gone now.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Been exiled.
They're not here anymore.
They just, yeah.
They're apparently back in October. I hope they come back.
With a Davlav next time. Wait, imagine they turn
Don't
up.
need a Davlav. I've got loads of fucking toilets they can use.
Yeah, but you don't like them in the toilets. Oh no, the outside
The
toilets.
outside
the
ones.
designated toilets.
Designated
Just not my
toilet.
toilet. I was fine with it until I realised it was my toilet of choice that they've been frequenting. And then I was like, get out of my loo, Peter and
See?
Paul. Seriously.
Oh, I feel really bad.
We like Peter and Paul.
I said to them, I just want to let you know that I did have a little rant about you, but
What
I
did
really
they
like
say?
you and please don't leave. And I've not seen them since, so maybe they have left.
Oh, you've been cancelled, Lou.
They went, as long as you give us a shout out, so P&P decorating.
There you go.
Check them out.
P&P. Right, message from Leah. Hey, girls, love the pod and you gals. Thank you, Babs. Just on the tube, listening to the episode from May the 1st, when you were speaking about comments or things happening at the wrong time at funerals, etc. Now, my dad is the absolute god of wrong comments at the wrong time. I have so many stories. I'll tell you a few. One day when he was working as a window fitter, he had an apprentice lad working with him. The young lad was telling my dad that when he was younger, his mum had abandoned him and his siblings. That's sad. Around 20 seconds later, my dad starts singing, "Where's your mama gone? Where's your mama gone?" And the poor lad just looked at my dad in shock. My dad obviously felt awful that out of all the songs, that one had to pop into his head at that given
Because
moment.
it was in his mind.
Exactly.
That sort of thing always happens to me.
Exactly. Another time, my dad had broken down and was waiting for the recovery guy in a lay-by. The recovery man pulls up and gets out of the van, and he was limping. And my dad said, "Looks like you've got a bad back like me, mate." The recovery man responded, no, I'm... No, why do these people do it? But no, I'm registered disabled. It was at that moment my dad wanted the ground to swallow him up. Please let me know if you'd like more of these stories, as I've plenty. Love and hugs from Leah in London.
Send them in.
This goes back to me and from the lovely guy who is at my gym.
Golf.
Yeah, from the golf shop, and I went, I just saw the crutches, and I was like, oh, have you hurt your leg?
Haven't got one.
I don't have a leg, and I'm really sorry about that. We laugh. We've moved on. I hope.
So awkward.
So embarrassed.
We've got a rant in now from Andrew. Hope it's not my husband.
Love it.
Live rant incoming from Johannesburg, South Africa. There is nothing worse than getting to a Sunday evening and packing the kids' school bags for Monday morning, to open said school bag and find that you haven't touched it since Friday afternoon, and it is full of dirty clothes, dirty socks, a half-eaten apple, some moulding sandwiches. And I suppose the only person to blame is myself. But fuck, it is so annoying.
It's when it's your
I'm
fault.
Andrew, huge fan of the pod. Been listening for the last couple of months. It is just making my world. Thanks, guys.
Oh, Andrew, we love you.
Also, we love that. An active dad doing
but also
school bag.
just
And
a
he's
little,
just pissed off at himself.
yeah, just his own lack of parenting skill set, which we can all relate to.
You do wish you'd done it on the Friday. Like, you came round here yesterday, and then Elle didn't didn't want to leave, and the kids wanted you to go and get Enzo and bring him back here. And you know what? I'm like, go get him, bring him back. And Anna's like, no, we've not done homework.
We've
and it's
got
now
to-
Sunday night.
Yeah.
And I was like, should have got that shit done Friday.
But we go
Like
out on
me.
Friday. But we go out Friday after school.
Why don't you just do it at the dinner table?
We go straight out on a Friday for family tea and all that
Why
shit.
don't you just take it to tea though? Do it. Do it
No,
there at the
school's
table.
out. No, we like to just. They do
I
clubs
couldn't bear
and we do that.
I wouldn't want it hanging over me all weekend.
Yeah. I like to just put that extra fear into my children, like I had for years at school, of the Sunday scaries. Go on, kids. 4 o'clock on a Sunday, get the homework
No,
done.
it's so stressful.
No, they're all right. They don't mind it. They feel it gets them. I find it gets them in the headspace for schools coming tomorrow.
Don't you do homework every night?
Not every night, no.
Oh, really?
Every
Mine
night,
get homework every day.
Not every day.
Every day they have to come home from school and sit down and do the homework. That's the first thing they do.
That's good. It's a good system, yeah.
Well, because then all of it's done, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and it's out
And
the
then
way.
we just relax.
Yeah. Well, on Fridays we have like a little. If less I'm working, but we tend as best we can.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
a nice
we
little
carve out our
tradition.
little Friday after school.
Yeah.
It's like we all go out for like family tea and all that
That's
kind of
nice.
stuff.
We always, when I was little, we'd always get an Indian.
Oh, nice.
Always, and we'd have a family Indian.
family tea. Yeah, we do family tea, and it's like a different place on a
I
Friday.
need to start more traditions like that. But my husband's now not living in this country, so there you go. that's gone a bit out the window.
You could do
hasn't it?
family tea, just as a single parent.
Shall I Skype him in?
Yeah, just do that. Why don't you join our family tea? Come and join our family tea.
I mean, yeah.
My kids love family tea on a Friday.
Well, Elle did say that my kids are her
But
cousins.
she did the other day.
So we're basically family.
She did, Emma.
She said it.
She listed all her cousins, and then she was like, and Indy and Clebby. And I was like, well, no, actually your cousins. Yes, they are.
cute.
And I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll leave it at that
That's
then.
it.
There it is.
We're now related.
We're fam.
Imagine if Enzo and Indy got married.
Oh my God, could
That
you
would be the
imagine
most
that?
dysfunctional.
God, they'd be absolute fucking nutters, wouldn't
you
they?
imagine?
Absolute bloody off their rockers.
No, they'd either be like millionaire geniuses.
Or in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be them.
I mean, that's a risk we're prepared to take.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Just so that we're actually, I saw a thing on Instagram the other day, and it was 2 women older than us, and they were skidding along on suitcases in the airport, and they'd put, when you get your best friend's son to marry your daughter.
Love that.
And they were best friends.
Let's
and
engineer that.
Their son and daughter got married.
Right, let's make
Wouldn't
that happen.
be cool?
Oh my God, that'd be so
what
fun.
would that make us? Sister-in-laws? No. Mum and
I don't know.
kind of sis.
It would mean that Indigo's my daughter-in-law and Enzo's your son-in-law.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool, wouldn't it?
We'd both be like the grannies.
Imagine us fighting down that aisle on the wedding day. No, me! Fuck off, kids. It's all about mummy
we'd
and mummy.
skip down it together. That would be so cool.
It would be so
And then,
cool.
like the grandkids, you could look after them all the time.
Yeah.
Are
I'd have
you
them.
when you have grandkids? Do you think you're going to be like like one of those that's really good.
Into them, yeah, I will be, yeah.
I don't think I will be.
No, you've already made that statement, yeah.
I don't want to be one of those grannies
I will be
that
unhealthily
like,
attached to mine.
I'll save you for the nursery fees. Let me have the kid.
That will be me.
Absolutely not. I will pay for the nursery. I don't want your kid like all the time.
I think
I
I'll
just
be
want to
in.
dip in and out. I want to travel the fucking world on a horse. Do you know what I'd like to do?
You do that, Lou. You do
Ride
that.
around the world.
You could do like Willy Fogg, around the world in 80 days with Willy Fogg, around the world
Who's
in
Willy
80
Fogg?
months with
Yeah, it'll
Zisman.
take ages. Anyway, this isn't
I'll look
about
after the
us.
kids.
This is about you. Let's mooch on into
Yep.
Joan, who's got a new favourite feature. It's a bell end at the birth story.
We love this.
She says shit gift and bastard during birth combo.
Oh, it's a double whammy, Lou.
My ex-sperm donor
Ouch.
of 7 years worked at our local tip for a while. You love the tip.
I bloody love the tip.
Big respect to all the guys there who are
Yes.
super helpful and great grafters.
They are.
But this goes back to around 2008 time. My charming ex, who thinks he's going to become a millionaire from scouring charity shops of paperweights and metal detecting,
Oh, she's shady.
brought me home. Wait for it. A second-hand lady shaver.
Oh, dear.
He said it apparently hadn't been used. What the actual fuck? Oh, and a stuffed mallard in a box.
You could quite enjoy that, Lou.
Yeah. 200 cassettes as well at one point, considering no one has cassette players anymore.
True.
After the birth of my firstborn, which was very traumatic, resulting in 3 transfusions, Jesus, and losing 6 pints of blood and needing an operation afterwards too.
Poor woman.
Whilst all the other mums were getting flowers and push presents the following morning, mine turned up with his manky, hairy chest popping through his quarter-zip fleece. That's like a core memory.
It is
you know,
a
like
core
she's
memory.
obviously been feeling like shit and he's walked through the door with a quarter-zip fleece and the hair and she's thought, you fucking
That's
look at you
locked.
with your hairy chest popping through your quarter-zip fleece.
And she would have seen literally just to the
locked
left of
in on
her
her.
this like halo of
Yeah.
a woman with a bunch of flowers and a little glass of champs.
She
Fuming.
said, and when I asked him where his T-shirt was, his reply was he'd stayed at his sister's and got so drunk he'd pissed himself.
What a catch. What a catch.
And she's looking at his spawn thinking, what the fuck have I done?
I've just nearly died.
Why have I birthed your child?
Life choices.
You skanky piece of shit. Pissing yourself and turning up like that. She said, needless to say, I've been a single mum for the last 16 years. It is the best decision I've ever made. Ha!
I mean, that entire story, so tragically funny. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, God. God bless you.
I mean, it really does make
I
a case
just- I
for single
just-
parents, doesn't it?
Can I just say, even more than single parent, please think about who you have kids with. You're then tied to these people forever. It's a big thing having a child.
Although-
You can't just be getting knocked up and popping these babies out from these fucking losers that are pissing themselves when you've just given birth.
I mean, to be fair, I would
Too late then, the baby's there.
I would say that the mallard duck was probably quite a good present with regards to you.
I don't think
You
I'd
wouldn't
want
mind
a
a
stuffed, no.
stuffed mallard.
I don't want a stuffed man.
No,
Give me
okay.
a swan or
Okay,
a
you
peacock.
can have a swan. Right, voice note from Steph.
I felt like I needed to send in a voice note. This is my first voice note sending in to you, but I've just been listening to the podcast where you were talking about the names in Australia and the funny names that you're not allowed to use and everything. And I have just returned from a family holiday in Portugal, which was absolutely lovely heat wave. And we went to a water park one day. And I always love looking at people in general, and people watching. But you always get some really obvious English families, don't you? In our family, we just call them the lime green family because they generally have like lime green outfits on. And there was a particularly lime green lady who had a lime green cover-up thing on. And she was shouting at her child in the lovely northern accent, shall we say. I'm from Curnow, down in Cornwall. Shouting in a lovely northern accent at her child in the kids' splash pool. And I listened for a bit and just thought, what is she saying? Is it Byron? Byron, I think it's Byron. Then I realised what she was actually calling him was Biro. as in a pen, biro. She's named her child Biro.
Stop
and she
it.
was shouting at the top of her voice, Biro! Biro! Come over here! Biro! Like this. No offence to anyone with that accent. Everyone takes a piss out of me because I'm Cornish, so, I take it. But calling your child Biro?
What's
is wrong
next,
with
Sharpie?
you? Anyway, love the
I bet
pod
there is a kick
and all
with
that
Sharpie.
jazz. And can I please give a big shout out to my best friend, Danielle, who's had a tough time this week. Sending lots of love to her. I know she listens to the pod. And my name's Steph, and I'm from Cornwall.
Thank you, Steph. That's a new one. Biro. Yeah, Sharpie.
I do like that northern accent.
Felt tip,
Highlighter.
HB pencil, crayon,
Fountain pen.
Parker. Oh no, that is actually a name.
Or then you'll get the posh family come along. Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc. Yeah. Yes, you know it.
Oh, we're such dickheads.
Oh, we are. Right, Penny Polly from Anonymous, so Antoinette. Hey, girls, long-time listener here, and genuinely, thank God I found this podcast. Thanks, Antoinette. You lot are like that brilliant gang of friends in my ear, especially when life gets down. And are there jazz? Can I just say, saxophone emoji.
She's done a saxophone emoji.
I appreciate that.
We like that.
Detail. Last week's episode with Louisa's rant about women in toxic relationships. Ooh, I felt that deep in my soul. Yeah, it was a good rant, Lou. And I wanted to share my own story, not only to back up the girl run energy, but also because it has a very satisfying Petty Polly ending. So buckle up.
Good.
This is going to be the gift that's
gonna
going to
be a
keep
good
giving.
one.
Yes.
I can sense it.
Oh, here we go. In me waters. Here we go, kids. So, to set the scene, I went to a private all-girls school. I only have a sister and genuinely had no clue what to do with boys. But I was blonde, a bit cute, and got a lot of attention when I started uni. Still, I wasn't into casual stuff. I wanted a boyfriend, someone to look after me.
Oh.
I joined the rowing team to meet like-minded posh boys.
Do you know what? You always do that stuff. When you're younger, you're like, no interest in
Strategic.
rowing,
Yeah.
but might meet a nice posh boy that's quite fit, so I'll just row.
Yeah, I'm just going to pick anything that immediately puts me into a good dating pool, basically. As a dating coach now, I'm going to say it's very smart thinking. It choose your environment.
Fucking hates rowing, can't swim, scared of water.
But I might find a fit bloke.
Let's row.
Let's do it. And boom, she says, there he was. Let's call him James. Obvious wanker name, I know. My brother's called James. He was the captain.
Is he a wanker?
I mean, yeah, of course he is. I love him. No, I love my brother so much. Both of them. He was the captain. Had a girlfriend when we met, but as soon as they broke up, he was texting me sweet nothings and acting like the dream. Unlike the usual dry texters I'd known, James was rapid fire, replying with kisses and compliments.
Well,
I
that's
was
good.
smitten.
But he's love bombing you.
Oh, potentially, Lou, potentially.
careful.
Here we see. He introduced me to his family, started calling me his girlfriend, and one drunken night, I lost my virginity to him.
She really was new to boys.
And girls.
We've been shagging behind the bike shed.
Do you know what I mean, Lou? With picking up our fag
Picking
butts
up
off
our
the floor.
fag butts, drinking cider. We missed out on this.
We were
innocent
classy
youth.
girls. We were classy girls. Not.
Oh.
And girls, I'm now a sex positive woman. But that night was trauma. He tied my hands behind. Oh my God.
Oh God, he's gone right in with the BDSM.
Okay.
The dominance.
Dom energy. He tied my hands behind my back, told me to be a good little girl. Gave me a hickey so bad I couldn't move my neck for a week.
What?
He scratched my back raw and without asking, put it in the back.
My God,
Put it in
what
the
a
back
traumatic
door.
first
That's awful.
sexual experience.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's so sadistic.
Babs, this is awful. She says, I cried in the hallway afterwards. Yeah, this is horrific.
Oh my God, that's so horrible.
That wasn't what I imagined sex would be like. I didn't know any better, and he knew that.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
Next morning, I'm in agony when I pee. Classic chlamydia. I was a literal virgin, and he gave me the STI. But when I told him, this psycho called me a slag, and he dumped me on the spot over the phone. A week later, he's in a new Facebook relationship with another girl from the same rowing team, the audacity. Heartbroken and humiliated, I avoided men entirely until one night out.
You dodged a bloody bullet with him, let me tell you.
Exactly. Until one night out, I'm on the dance floor and James comes over, seemingly drunk and apologetic. I tried to be civil, but when I turned down his kiss, he grabbed me by the neck and shoved me into a wall. God, what an asshole. Two security guards.
Such a predator.
2 security guards had to pull him off me. I was taken to the medic room shaking, and that was the moment I finally saw who he really was. I blocked him everywhere, done, dusted, until second year. Who moves in next door?
For fuck's sake.
Yes, James. And now the Petty Polly plot twist.
James needs castrating.
James needs to go to jail. A few months in, his girlfriend knocks on my door in just a towel. She'd managed to escape after being locked in his flat for 5 days. This guy this is horrific. She'd waited until a shower to run for it. I brought her in and sadly she later went into anorexia treatment. But that moment, it lit a fire in me. I messaged both the ex-girlfriend before me and another girl, and I knew he cheated with. We made a group chat. We shared stories, horrific stories, and then we planned. One of the girls,
hope, just before we read on, as well as planning, you all reported him to the police. Because this is why Clare's Law fucking exists. And women have to be good to other women.
Yes.
Like, you can't just think, oh, I don't want to report it, I'm going to move on and I'm fine.
No.
Because there's a whole catalogue of
yes.
women before you, and there's a whole catalogue of women that are going to come after you. And you owe it. You owe it to the sisterhood,
Yes,
right?
you do.
If you don't want to move forwards with police investigations against them, fine, don't do that, but at least owe it to your fellow fucking sisterhood and report it to the police, so if there's a whiff of anything they can run a Clare's Law and find out about them and avoid at all costs.
And domestic violence is so underreported here in the UK. So I know we're just doing a little insert here, but Lou and I get many messages about this. As you know, we've also got it going on in our private lives. You know, these blast zones run deep and wild. You've got to report it, ladies. Save your sisters. Right, anyway, she goes on to say, one of the girls had just started dating the head bouncer at our uni's favourite club, Walkabout.
Oh,
Everyone
I
loved
love
a
Walkabout. I used to be a shot girl in Walkabout
You
in Fulham.
did. You
to wear a
did.
cat suit.
Loved that. She told him everything, and when James showed up one night, the bouncer was waiting. Slapped a 10-year ban on his ID.
Yes.
Okay, that was good. Turns out the ban applies to every club in that security system chain across the UK. Yes. This wasn't just petty revenge. This was an act of public service. You're welcome, guys. But this is it. It stops these predators
But you should
predatoring.
have taken that to the police.
You should have done. Well, maybe.
Because
Who
James
knows?
will now be in a relationship, and as the years have gone by,
Doing
it would
it
have
again.
escalated even worse.
Absolutely, Lou. And now for the happy ending. The night that James assaulted me, another guy on the rowing team, an Irish sweetheart named Stephen, saw it happen and walked me home. He stayed until I fell asleep. We chatted all summer. He took me on a real date in second year, and 7 years later, we're still together, currently travelling the world and having the most respectful, fun, tender sex imaginable.
Everybody needs an Irish guy.
Or just a healthy
Irish
guy.
guys are just
A
the
healthy guy is
best,
good.
though.
So to anyone stuck
do
in the
mouse.
fog, do the
I don't
mouse.
like you touching my
Do
mouse.
the mouse. So to anyone stuck in the fog of a toxic relationship, and it gets better. Trust your gut, believe in your worth, and when in doubt, bring in a petty Polly posse and ruin a psycho's nightlife for the next decade. Now, just a quick follow-up. After sending in my story and after sending, I realised some people might be wondering if we involved the police at the time, especially given how serious parts of the story were. The truth is, in the case of what happened to me, no, we didn't. I was really young, and while I can look back now and clearly see that what I experienced wasn't just bad sex or a rough night, it was illegal.
It was non-consensual. It was essentially rape.
At the time, I didn't just acknowledge it properly. I was confused, embarrassed, and honestly, I wanted to move on and focus on healing. Like, I do get this,
I get
okay?
that.
I do get this. This is why so much of domestic violence goes unreported, especially as I just started a new relationship with someone who really supported me. Now, as for the girl who was locked in his flat for 5 days, we did go to the police, but sadly, her mental health really deteriorated afterwards. And when she was admitted to clinic, it became clear that going through a court case just wasn't what she needed at that time. So instead, the rest of us did what we could do to protect others, starting with our own version of justice and getting him banned from the clubs. I've since lost touch with the girls in that group chat, but I still think about them and I hope they're doing okay. As far as I know, he's still out there and has been in other relationships, but at least we managed to keep him out of a lot of the major nightlife venues for a good chunk of time, and hopefully made nights out a bit safer for other women, even if they never knew it. Thanks again for creating the kind of space where people can share these stories. I hope it helps even one person feel less alone or makes someone say, nah, I deserve way better. Do you know what?
Everybody
This is a
does
space for
deserve
that.
better.
And look, Lou and I will say it time and time again. Thank you for sharing your story there. And do you know what? I think you give a very real insight into how people feel when they feel shame and embarrassment. And we know it goes unreported because of the fear, the scaremongering, the coercive control, I just don't know if I can cope mentally with all of this. But let us tell you now, girls and guys, it happens as well, but predominantly it is girl to guy ratio. If you don't report it, that piece of
You're doing a
shit is out
disservice
there
to
and he's
yourself.
going to do it
Yeah.
again and again and again. So be strong, call in your sisterhood and do the right thing. And we know it is hard and it can be dangerous to leave abusive relationships. Don't do it alone. Call Refuge, call Women's Aid and get the help and support in order to leave a relationship safely. Much love.
We have a voice note from Holly next.
Hey Lou, Anna and Imo. Apologies for my croaky voice, got a little bit of a sore throat. Just listening to the episode last week where Imo's window cleaner popped up and you all cracked up about it. I know you were pissing about, but I just need to double check. Is having a window cleaner that bougie? Because,
Not really.
you know, we're down with the kids. We're pretty normal. I do everything around the house, but I don't clean the window, like outside. How am I supposed to get to the upstairs bedroom window? Is this a thing? Is it bougie? I'm confused.
No, I don't think
I thought I was a pretty normal person, but hey, if I'm bougie for having a window cleaner, my window cleaner's already fit as well, to the point where my friends bring their little babies round and we all have a little sesh with our babies, have some lunch and whatever. They want to know what day my window cleaner's there so they can ogle him. We place the babies in front of the window and pretend we're like, oh, hi. But actually we're ogling the fit window cleaner. Yeah, just checking in. So am I a bougie bitch? I'll take it. It's Holly from Essex. Love you guys. Thanks.
I think it's quite normal.
Bougie and pervy.
Everyone in my village
think
has
it's normal.
Yeah, we have the same window cleaner that sort of does like the row of houses, and everyone just pays 20. I think it's 20 quid every couple of months or something. So
I wish my window cleaner was
your window cleaner on a staff payroll. The amount of windows you got going on here.
Mine's like 1,200.
What, a week? Every 2 months.
Yeah, every time I get my window.
Bloody hell, it's a lot of money.
Thank you.
Mine's not, thank God. But
Mine's
I don't think.
very
I think you know what. But in life,
Hold on.
look, I think it's impossible, like, to work all the time without having extra help. Like as you say, you've got window cleaner. I have my cleaners. I have Cloudgo and Alex that pop in every Wednesday and do my house. Got me window cleaner. Got Steve the milkman that delivers me milk twice a week. You know, outsource that bitch. Right, voice note from Holly next.
That was voice note from Holly.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Imogen. Right, next up, confessions. I've never told anyone this, but right, first up.
Dun, dun,
Go on,
dun, dun. Hi, lovely ladies. I've just been listening to this week's Totally Extra and the story where Kelly confessed to knowing the answers to... Oh, this is so good.
Oh, yeah.
To knowing the answers to the questions on the 1% Club and pretending to her family. She was just really smart. Well, this made me think about something I've done for a good few years now. And my boyfriend listens to the pod, so he's going to know now, and he's either going to think it's really funny or he's going to be pissed with me. We used to watch The Masked Singer together every week. And my boyfriend doesn't do adverts, so he records it for at least 20 minutes before we start watching. I play along with the guessing game, but about 15 minutes before the end of our recorded episode, I make my excuses to nip to the toilet or to go and get a drink. I jump straight onto Twitter where I just have to search The Masked Singer, and there's always posts revealing who was unmasked that week. I go back into the lounge and start upping my game on the guesses, often throwing names out that I know full well it's not because I already know who it's going to be. And minutes before they do the whole take it off thing, I lock my answer in and give him some random bollocks as to how I'm so sure. And for about 4 seasons, I got every single one right.
So funny.
He was none the wiser. My favourite one, and I can't even remember the guy's name, was a Tottenham Hotspur football player from the 80s.
I saw this.
My uncle did used to be chairman of Tottenham Hotspurs in the 90s. So I told my boyfriend I recognised the voice from when I met him once when I was visiting my uncle. Did he believe it? Yes. I still have no idea how I got away with it for so long. And I've refused to watch the last 2 series and given my reason for not watching it as I don't want to ruin my 100% success rate of getting it right, when in actual fact, I can't be bothered to keep going to all that effort to pretend I have a fucking clue who these people are, especially since 95% of them haven't been heard of since before we were born. Anyway, he's going to find out if you read this out. So I'm really sorry, Dan. I had no fucking clue who a single one of those people were before they took their masks off. I love you girls. Dan in Datchworth. And yes, me and my boyfriend are both called Dan.
That's hilarious. Dan and Dan.
Dan and Dan from Datchworth.
Dan and Dan.
Take
Love that.
it off. Take it off.
Okay, next one. Hi, LuAnna. Meg here. Bit of a confession. I left work ill on Tuesday. Body aching, headache, tired. I actually had a massage booked in the afternoon. I feel guilty and I haven't even told my other half. Can't feel that guilty though because I've booked another one for 2 weeks' time. Babes, this is how I operate. You've got to plan your me time. It's how I keep sane. Love the pod. I'm catching up from the start and I'm currently in May 2022. Tour. God, I wish I was there. Love you, girlies.
Well, stay tuned because we might be doing another tour.
I mean, tour, did you say? Well, ... That is it, girls.
That's all we can say, talks. We've done fuck all else.
No,
except
we've got some. Well, just keep tuned.
That is it for this week. Remember, we're back with your usual dose of LuAnna on Monday.
Yep.
If, like that clever person, you want to listen back, you can. Don't forget, we're also on YouTube every Wednesday and Friday.
Don't forget as well, guys, we need all of your emails, your anecdotes, your petty pollies, your meet the parent stories, your bell-ending birth stories, shit gifts, you name it. I've never told anyone but confessions. Our email is LuAnna at everythingluanna.com or our WhatsApp is 07745 266 947. Have y'all an amazing weekend and we will see you Monday.
Have yourself a very Merry Christmas.
You've been watching LuAnna the podcast.
What do they need to do, Anna?
Make sure you subscribe.
Boom.